figured you might be able to help me because something awful has happened to my little sister, Gracie. I'm 17, but she's just 15, and she's deaf and dumb. She's bigger than me, but she's not too smart on account of her being deaf and dumb. But last week, a man did something dirty to her, and she told me about it, and I'm afraid that she might have a baby. Last night I listened to her stomach for a long time, but I couldn't hear the baby, so I don't know. I can't tell my mother because she'll just beat Gracie up awful because I'm the only one that loves her.
My real name isn't important. You can call me sick of it all because that's how I feel. I am 38 years old, and I am tired of being alone. I got a good job. Guess I should be happy about that, because a lot of the guys got nothing nowadays. But what good is life if there's no one to share it with? Sometimes I go for days at a time with hardly talking to anyone. I make up conversations with myself to break up the monotony. I can't stand it anymore.
I've had 4 children in 5 years. And ever since the last 2, I've just been so sick. My husband broke his promise of no more children. And now I'm pregnant again. I guess I'm scared because I can't have an abortion. Being Catholic. My husband's so religious. I just go on and on about this because I'm in so much pain. Help me, Miss Lonelyhearts. Help me.
Hello, Gazette. Nope, not in right now. Look, I'm telling you, Miss Lonelyhearts is not in right now. Hold on a second. Well, look what the cat dragged in. Listen, some bozo named Jarvis is on the line. It's the 3rd time he's called. Says he has to see Miss Lonelyhearts right away. Who? Jarvis. Walter Jarvis. Says Miss Lonelyhearts knows him as sick of it all. Sick of it all. Want to talk to him?
No, his letter was answered in the column. Thank you, Goldsmith.
Hello, Mr. Jarvis. This is Miss Lonelyhearts' assistant. No, sir, I'm sorry you can't meet with her. It's against our paper's policy. Yes, sir. Well, I know it's important, but it's impossible. However, Mr. Jarvis, if you'd like to write Miss... Hello? Hello?
Chief would like to call him now.
Well, tell the chief it's not ready, that Miss Lonelyhearts is out having her hair bobbed.
Think Shrike's broken her in yet?
Your guess is as good as mine.
Lonelyhearts! The voice of doom.
Miss Lonelyhearts. I was concerned when I didn't see your beaming face this morning. But now, like your devoted readers, I shiver with the anticipation of reading your inspirational message for the day. Look, goosebumps. There's the look of a saint, doesn't he, Miss Farkis? Yes, a veritable saint. Heroically lending a patient and loving ear to the great herd of the unwashed. Outstanding. Give me the column.
This assignment was supposed to be temporary, remember? Well, Miss Lonelyhearts has been dead almost a year, and I still don't have the transfer you promised me.
Life for most of us seems a terrible struggle of pain and heartbreak without joy or hope. Oh, my dear readers, it only seems so. Every man, no matter how poor or humble, can teach himself to use his senses. As the popular song goes, the best things in life are free. That's terrific.
What about the transfer?
Well, since I assigned you the column, it's become a circulation gold mine. Assigning you the column was a stroke of genius. If you can't get a dried-up old lady, get a preacher's boy. Now, you get back to work. Think of it as your mission in life. Buck up. Even the most devout missionary has lapses of faith.
The bullshit I have to put up with to keep this rag afloat.
Hey, lover boy, you've been getting some hot mail. I got a doozy here from, Unfulfilled. Ho, ho, ho. Ah, yes. Dear Miss Lonelyhearts, I'm so unhappy, frustrated. This one even wrote a real name and phone number for it. Faye? Oh, the name itself makes my blood bubble. Doyle. Empire 34811. Ah, boy, what I wouldn't give to be wearing your pants. And all I get is stiffs and obits. You get the live ones.
Goldsmith, you know what? You've got a lot of class.
You know what, Lonelyhearts? You need a little nip.
You ain't kidding.
Let's go to Delahanty's. Maybe we'll bump into Unfulfilled. I can't.
I gotta meet that.
Hey! Oh, good luck.
Two coffees, one white, and the other black.
I was hoping you'd call. I figured you didn't want to talk to me anymore.
No. I always want to talk to you some more.
Missed you. How's the job?
Thanks. Job's all right. I'm a very popular lady at work. Shrike says it's a great circulation you make.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess. The only problem is I really don't know what to write to these people. You know, dear desperate, dear disillusioned, dear frustrated with the tubercular husband.
Why don't you get another job?
Don't start that. See, what you don't understand is even if I took another job, it wouldn't do any good.
Why not?
I don't know.
You can do anything you want.
Ah, come on.
I know some people in advertising.
You know, you've always got a very simple answer for everything. You think you can straighten my life like you can straighten my tie, well, you can't. Bad idea.
What?
I have to go now.
I'm not going to see you again?
I don't know.
I'm Faye Doyle. Oh, I wrote Miss Lonelyhearts a letter.
She's not in right now. I can't help you.
Look, this is important.
Miss Lonelyhearts receives a lot of mail. I'll remind her about your letter.
Nice, huh? Remember that guy Jarvis? Sick of it all?
Why did he call again?
I just wrote his obituary. The police fished him out of San Pedro Harbor last night. He jumped off a bridge.
Hey, look who's here.
Where's Shrike?
Give him my best.
Lonelyhearts, I hear you're a leper licker.
I have to talk to you.
I'll see you tomorrow.
I want out of the job.
You need a drink.
I mean it.
It's the money I'll give you, Ray.
Oh, for Christ's sake, Shrike.
For Christ's sake, by all means. To Jesus Christ, the Miss Lonelyhearts of Miss Lonelyhearts.
I'm tired of masquerading as Miss Lonelyhearts.
Masquerading, my young friend, you are Miss Lonelyhearts. I know. You're brooding about that high diver. The real shame is that we didn't have any photographers there. Huh? You're morbid, my friend. Morbid. Forget the crucifixion. Remember the Renaissance. Ah, no brooding in those days. That was the time. Drunken popes, illegitimate children, beautiful courtesans. Oh, that reminds me. I'm expecting a cow-eyed girl of great intelligence. What's the matter with you? Don't tell me you've sworn off women. J.C. is your only sweetheart, huh? Was it the music in your father's church? Or maybe some wise old holy man? Or was it the letters? Tell me, brother, when did you first begin to believe?
I don't.
Sorry I'm late.
Miss Farkis, I want you to show Miss Lonelyhearts the same respect you show me. Miss Lonelyhearts, too, is a comforter of the poor in spirit and a lover of God.
Why do you keep writing him?
Who's riding him? Trying to make him into a newspaper man. To the mistresses with smooth, marbly limbs. I don't believe it.
What is it?
Well, well, if it isn't my better half. Hello, Mary.
I imagine it slipped your mind we had a dinner to go to tonight. No doubt the pressures of work have impaired his memory.
Now, let's not make a big thing about nothing. My secretary and I were trying to cheer up Lonelyhearts. Some poor guy jumped off a bridge and it's all Lonelyhearts' fault, and he feels just terrible about the whole thing. Now, come on, sit down. I got a great idea. Why don't we go out and do something crazy, huh? We could all use a few laughs. Especially you, Lonelyhearts.
I ain't deserving enough. Moaning love. My sweet man is gonna go.
Meet right there. Right over.
He's the kind of man, needs the kind of a woman like me. He's the kind of man, needs the kind of a woman like me.
What a performer. He reminds me a little of Mary in her younger days.
You son of a bitch. Come on, let's dance.
Poor Mary. Just needs some attention. I wonder if she'll tell him the sad tale of her mother and get his sympathy.
What happened to her mother?
She died leaning over a table. Mary always had an eye for young laymen. It's early religious training. Our young friend thinks that only spiritual lovers suffer. You're wrong. Although my love is of the fleshy flesh, I too suffer. It's suffering that drives me into your comforting arms. Damn selfish bitch. Sleeping with her is like sleeping with a knife in the groin.
Willie, I'm not feeling very well. Maybe I should get a cab.
Oh, nonsense. I can let you go home alone. Oh, don't worry about that. Mary will make sure that our boy gets home at a reasonable hour.
Sleep with me.
Tell me more about your mother.
She died leaning over a table. The pain was so terrible, she climbed out of bed to die. My father was a portrait painter, a man of genius.
Right here.
Yeah. First, show me half a buck.
Oh, listen to me. We have to keep talking. Willy's probably listening behind the door. That's an old trick of his. No, please, you don't know him. If he doesn't hear us talking, he'll know you're kissing me. Open the door. Oh, please don't kiss my lips. We have to keep talking. Oh. I don't think. My mother died of cancer. She died leaning over a table. My father had a happy life. He mistreated my mother. She had cancer. My mother had cancer. Oh, my mother, my father. Oh, my... Please, he'll come out and find us. Please, Daddy, I love you. he's not there. I'll let you in.
Lonelyhearts!
While you were sleeping it off this morning, I did the column. You might be interested in a tip we printed from Born Again Casanova. Dear Miss Lonelyhearts, here's a secret for your male readers. After 25 years of married life, my wife shocked me recently by complaining that I no longer cut it in the sack. Little did she know I was too busy getting it in the outside world. Anyway, I found the solution. I let her go out with other men. Of course, she always says no to them in the nick of the quick. And when she comes home, hotter than a Mexican pepper, I jump in the saddle and finish the job the other fellow started. Net result, a savings of 2 hours of excruciating foreplay and more time for a little something on the outside. Where's your sense of humor? Look, I'm not gonna fire you. I can't fire a chip off the old block. Heck, as far as I'm concerned, you have a job for life. Now, take the afternoon off. You look like hell.
Excuse me. You're the man who writes the Miss Lonelyhearts column, aren't you? I don't know if you remember me. I'm Faye Doyle. Well, could we go somewhere and talk? It won't take very long.
We can talk in the newsroom.
Oh, well, couldn't we go somewhere private? Do you live around here? Look, I'll pay for the cab fare. It's really important.
We can walk. It's just a few blocks.
You know, I knew you were a man. That's why I wrote you that letter in the first place. The bartender at Delahanty's pointed you out. I don't know what to do anymore. I feel very alone.
Yes, I know.
You must, You must know a lot about women. I mean, from your column. Please. Oh, God. Oh, God. God, you must think I'm really terrible. It's just that it's just that I just feel so lost. And, oh, God. You know, I was a real pretty girl once. I was the most popular girl in my school. I could have had anybody I wanted. Like I said in the letter, what girl wants to spend the rest of her life married to a cripple? Probably wondering how I came to marry him in the first place. Well, you see, Doyle was a friend of my brother's. And, when I got in trouble, I asked him for some money. He married me instead. And Lucy, that's my kid. She isn't even his. Now comes the funniest part of the whole thing. My husband's always pretending that Lucy's his and always wanting to talk to me about our child. Don't that take the cake? You don't have to see me out.
I suppose some of you have come here believing that you deserve something special. Yeah. Oh, Lord, give me a clunker car. Make me pretty like a Hollywood motion picture star. Yeah. Right. You think the Lord owes you something, do you? Yes. Oh, Jesus, I've suffered so much. Give me something and hurry, Lord, because I'm tired of waiting. Amen. Is that why you're here? Yes. No! It's not that Jesus doesn't hear you. He hears you all right. Jesus ain't no fool. Jesus ain't giving something for nothing. If you expect something from Jesus, Jesus expects something from you. Deliver yourselves to the Lord, and he will succor you with love. Be strong. Do not fear. The Lord shall give you wings, and you will walk upon the mountains. The Lord shall come with a vengeance, but with divine retribution. You shall be saved. Then shall the eyes of the blind be opened. Then shall the ears of the deaf be unstopped. Then shall the tongues of the dumb shout out for joy. Then shall the lame leap like deer. Arise, brother! Arise! Hallelujah, brother! Hallelujah! Hallelujah, brother! Hallelujah! Hallelujah, brother! Come on! Come on! Praise the Lord! Hallelujah! Praise come on, brother! Sister! Come on, my sister! Mama! Hallelujah! Come! Hallelujah! Come on, sister! Our Savior! Come on! I believe! Sister! Sister! Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Come on!
you, Jake?
How you doing today?
All right.
Drink this one up. We'll get another one for you, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Lonely. You should become an antisocial son of a bitch.
I've been saving some good news. Starting next week, your column is going to be syndicated in 45 newspapers across the nation.
Excuse me. There's a guy here named Doyle who wants to talk to Miss Lonelyhearts. He says you know his wife.
You told me at the newspaper that I'd find you here. I need to talk to you alone.
Anything that needs to be said to Miss Lonelyhearts can be said right in front of his friends.
Mr. Doyle inspects meters for the gas company.
What's the matter? You forget to pay your bill?
Oh. Well, representative of the gas company. How are things in the utility field?
Well, you know what they say about us meter men?
No. What do they say?
Well, they say that since everybody's got gas Frigidaires nowadays, that us meter men are taking the place of the Iceman in the stories.
A man after my own heart. Yeah, well. Sir, I want you to join me in a toast to humanity.
Humanity?
What a noble piece of work is man.
Let's go in the back. Let's go.
How...
You must not be a drinking man.
You know, my wife always shows me a column. And she told me you were a man and not some woman. Yeah, you know, she told me if you bump into him, invite him to dinner. So that's why I made Jake introduce it. A man like me don't believe in the kind of stuff you write. I did like your answer to disillusion, though. I was going to write you a letter myself, but I didn't want your answer for me, for the whole world to see, you know. I don't want to complain or nothing, you know. But, I mean, I never let myself get blue, you know, but lately I've been wondering, what the hell am I living for? Why am I dragging this lousy leg around in stinking cellars? Half crazy with pain. Checking meters for the gas company for a lousy $22.50 a week. To come home to a wife who treats me like she wished I was dead.
The last of the gin. We got some beer.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm not much of a beer drinker. Well, I'll have one.
Well, get it yourself.
either, pimp. Bringing a guy home for my wife.
You know something? You're really ignorant.
Oh, you shut up. See what I mean? Huh? You see what she does to me?
Well, you're no prize package yourself. Why don't you go to Delahanty's and get us some gin? Just go get us some gin. I just want some gin, you bastard.
Don't. He loves you, Mr. Doyle. That's why he acts the way he does.
Oh. What a sweet pair of fairies you two guys are. Don't do it.
Mrs. Doyle. Only you can substitute the drink of yourself. This man was loved by the eating of the forbidden. I love you. I love you.
All right. I forgive you, you nut. Okay. Why don't you, go over to Delahanty's and get us some gin?
Yeah. I'll be right back.
Boy, is he jealous. All I have to do is see some big guy and say, boy, I'd really like to have him love me up, and he goes crazy.
Please, stop it.
My sawdust melody, the memory of love's refrain.
Well, Betty, he's not in.
I know, I didn't see you.
My lucky day.
Do you have some time to talk?
Not now, I'm late. Come back in a couple of hours.
I can't. I'm on my lunch hour.
Where do you work?
8th and Flower.
Well, come on. I'll drop you off at your office. We can talk on the way. You should be proud of it. Almost as popular as Eleanor Roosevelt. Hell of a lot better looking.
I'm worried about him. I haven't been able to reach him at work.
I gave him time off for good behavior.
He hasn't been at home either.
He's probably out amongst his flock. Try the First Church of Christ Dentist, preventer of decay.
It's all a big joke to you, isn't it?
My dear, life is a joke. Okay, this is it.
Look, everything was fine until you made him take that column.
Let me tell you something. Lonelyhearts has made the paper a lot of money. The paper has made him into a celebrity. He gets 200 letters a day. He's found his calling. What would he be without the calling?
I don't know. I just want to help him.
What makes you so damn sure he wants your help? We're having a little birthday celebration for Miss Lonelyhearts. 1 year on the job. You should come.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Lonelyhearts. Happy birthday to you.
Sit him down over there, Goldsmith. Yes, sir. Did you call his girl?
She said she'd be.
And a boy? Don't tell me you're drunk. I consider that very bad form. Solitary drinking that makes drunkards, my lad. Tonight, we are here to honor a man whom we all know and admire. He has come here tonight to help you with your moral and spiritual problems. To provide you with a slogan, a cause. Now, some of you may consider yourselves too far gone for help, but the party's just begun. Now, we're going to play a little party game that I invented. Every man his own Lonelyhearts. Now, we'll proceed systematically. First, we'll do our best to answer these letters. Then, from our answers, Miss Lonelyhearts will diagnose our moral ills. Now, here's a letter from an old woman whose son died last week. She's 70 years old, and she sells pencils for a living. She has no stockings, and she wears heavy boots on her torn and bleeding feet. She has rheum in her eyes. Have you room in your hearts for her? Oh, here's a Jim Dandy, a young boy who wants a violin for Christmas. Well, seems simple enough. All you got to do is get the kid one. But then you discover that he dictated the letter to his little sister. He is paralyzed from the neck down. Can't even feed himself. Pain, pain, pain. Oh. The master seems to have disappeared. But do not despair. I am his disciple and shall lead you in the way of attainment. Now, here's another letter. When I got home with the gin, I found my wife lying on the floor crying and the house full of neighbors. She said you tried to rape her, you dirty skunk. They wanted to call the police, but I said I'd do the job myself. So that's what all your fine words come to, you bastard. Wait!
No, I'm going home.
God damn it, stop. Why are you mad at me? This whole Shrike side.
Because you're making a fool of yourself.
You're right. You're right. I haven't been to the office in a week. I'm going to quit the job.
I don't want to hear that anymore.
You said you knew some people in advertising. All right. I'll call them. I'll call them.
are you trying to kid? Sit down. Go ahead, get out of here. Peppering bleeding heart. The world's gonna eat you alive. You're fired. You're fired, you hear me? Fired.
No, Shrike. I quit.
What are you looking at? Let's clean that up.
Now boarding on track 4, the Coast Starlight, Glendale, Oxnard, Santa Barbara, San Luis Obispo, Salinas, San Jose, and San Francisco. All aboard.
Hi, Betty. Start packing. Yeah, we've got a 7 o'clock train. What? I love you too.
Don't come any closer. You see, when, no, please, no, don't. Don't.
Sometimes I wonder why I spend the lonely night dreaming of a song. Melody haunts my reverie, and I am once again with you. Though our love was new, and each kiss an inspiration. Oh, but that was long ago. Now my consolation is in the stardust of a song. Beside a garden wall, where stars are bright, you are in my arms. The nightingale sings his fairy tale of paradise where roses bloom. Though I dream in bed, in my heart it will remain my stardust melody, the memory of love replayed. the nightingale sings his fairy tale of paradise where roses grow. Though I dream in vain, in my heart it will remain. My stardust melody, the memory of love's refrain.